League football. What a night. They're not buy you when you don't say you're not there entertained. It's not possible. I don't think I've ever any man when they watch match. Your life just pray. What a game. First of all, I have to appreciate all of you for checking out on me, checking up on me during the weekend when I was not able to record. I missed you guys. I missed Coach BI. You understand? Because after I record, I go watch my video. I know they know they talk to. So I missed only one weekend, my body not balanced. But I had family duties I had to do, family over everything. So, but I'm back fully now. What a game. First of all, before I move on, I want to talk straight to Man City fans. Man City fans, there be like people who go join court where the number one man, Jehovah's Witness, now they go. Just look. Watch the one. Why your people, they jig-jag, they give a vibe. Man City fans need to be integrated into football. You understand? They need to integrate them, to know the vibes. Because when I look at the game, I'm looking at that game, my mind is like, not try and go that second leg. That's time where they use for the Galatasaray match last weekend. So now where we say those people walk come up for feed. Now that's time now they go use for the second leg. Make Man City players just walk come up for Bernabeu so we not playing. Because if this performance that Real Madrid put in away, if they go home and put this game performance, you see attempts, 20-something attempts, Vini just they run down wing. See when the man starts, Real Madrid first of all get chance to like knock like 4 goals, but they can't lose guard. See that chance when they give him back, boom! My man I say if now Jackson now for don't finish him, but let's keep going. You know understand? See Vini, see Rodrigo, that boy, what a baller. Mbappe, Vinicius. That's how Real Madrid played this game, and they missed the chances, and then Man City came in. And after AI score. I'm talking about AI. Let's give him a huge introduction. Where you see King, you go come on your cap for him. I come on my cap for King. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, with a huge introduction, with a huge justification and publication, give it up for the boy who has 48 Champions League games and 49 Champions League goals. Give it up for AI, Erling Haaland. What I worry you? 48 Champions League games, 49 Champions League goals. 49 goals in 48 Champions League. Ronaldo and Messi not get that number as at 49 games, 48 games. What I worry you? Shout out to him for getting a brace tonight. He did well, but I feel like if Rudy got things for still change, you know understand? But take it or leave it, he delivered 2 goals. Now, I pity Guardiola because if you look at the game, shocking for everybody, they saw Grealish. That's why they shot bench since. What happened? Why did they bring him? The reason is because as that full 90 minutes they so Grealish fit pocket 30 minutes for inside for pocket, put inside that a big leg. If he hold ball. So the tactics of bringing Grealish was that okay, our defense is not so good. The best way to do it to make sure we reduce the amount of time Real Madrid gets this ball. We reduce the amount of time Real Madrid gets that counter attack. Because when you look at Ancelotti, I have no disrespect to him, but you look at him, you know that the only tactics left in that man right now is attacking football, counter attack, and he knows it so well. But it's his style, so we respect it. You understand? Doesn't do much of possession football. Now, he knows that this guy go airport. He go enter Grealish, come bring it food in. They are not even a country. Go get no. Go put Lewis. That Lewis, if I catch up any, I must prep smoke thing for here. Coin that time when our party give us cool, so they go draw. For people where they go carry church, you know that ring where we say that rosary ring that time. Mama wear am that rosary ring. You go that draw small conch for our head. They go conch like this. You see Mother Mary picture for your head. And that kind of conch for press. That's a holy conch. You know now for naka ekba. Now that Lewis now assist Vini come assist Bellingham. Yeah? But first of all, what they go for Mbappe, he did so well in terms of scoring that goal, trying to make sure, because most times he's always offside, Mbappe. But he tried to be brilliant enough not to be offside. What a goal, what a position. Please, Abayato, put that picture where Mbappe give a Charlene Temple style. Just go to go. What a performance. And also for them, after that, we talk about Brahim Diaz, who came in, scores. He didn't celebrate because Man City was the team that brought him into limelight from their feeders, I guess. He didn't celebrate, but at the end of the day, Jude Bellingham got his goal. Well, they're going to do that.
Definitely, I know that's what Big Bernard will always do. Big Bernard, shout out to that very man. He loves to do this all of the time. And if you give him all the opportunity, he keeps talking more and more. He loves to talk about this. He is a big-time Chelsea fan. But right now, Big Bernard is the one talking about this very game. Okay, that's enough. Big Bernard is still, I still hear Big Bernard still talking to me and saying this. That's about Big Bernard. Shout out to that man, Big Bernard. Okay, so welcome to the Sports Republic show right here on Voice of the People TV. That's Big Bernard. Shout out to that very man, Big Bernard. You know, he loves to do this very well. He's a very big part of the Chelsea world, like fans to say. But what happened yesterday was a great football. You cannot take away that. But I still feel like Thibaut Courtois, what's going on? Considered 11 goals before that very goal, before that penalty, before the goal first one. He considered 11 goals. He has lost 4 games at Etihad. That's a very bad one. But Haaland, you can't take away anything from that sensational young man. Haaland is amazing. You know, Haaland with the bars, I tell you. You know what Haaland does? Haaland is just that man. 33 UEFA Champions League games, right? No, let's say 24 goals before that one, 33 Champions League appearance. And at the Etihad, that's how good it is. But when you saw that game, did you see what happened? Where City started 5 centre-backs, Akanji, John Stones. John Stones was amazing, right? I watched him play very well. He's got the flair right now. That's what Pep can actually do. John Stones, Akanji, Ake. Ake just got 12 starts the season alone. Just Gvardiol and then Akanji. So Akanji, Ruben Diaz. So 5 of them in that very game. But was it enough to stop them? But I think people ask questions about that penalty. Was it a penalty? I must tell you, yes, it was a penalty. You know why? Any foul in the line or on the line, if there's a foul on the line, it means it's a penalty for the box if you know well, if you follow the game well. But welcome. Now, let's talk about Real Madrid. They pulled off a sensational 3-2 win over Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League knockout playoff on Tuesday night. This was the 4th consecutive season the two teams will play each other in the competition. In all 3 of those previous fixtures, the winner has gone on to win the trophy. That's how scary it is. Now, let's talk about that game. When you see that game, you would know that at the Etihad, Haaland gave City the lead in the first half, despite Madrid dominating the game. But Kylian Mbappe drew Los Blancos level with a scruffy volley past Ederson. Even though the ball did not really get to his leg, when you see the picture, you even know that it was like, should I use the word luck? Maybe not luck, but hard work. Now, Haaland restored the lead for the host from the penalty spot after Dani Ceballos, gave that penalty, gave out that penalty after Dani Ceballos fouled Phil Foden inside the box, with City looking to win the game. Carlos Ancelotti's men, I tell you, struck twice through Brahim Diaz and Jude Bellingham to take control of that very game. Now, Real Madrid beats Man City 3-2 in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League playoff. The English champions twice took the lead at the Etihad in Manchester, England. But Jude Bellingham netted the late winner to turn the game around. City, winners of the competition 2 seasons ago, are struggling on the domestic front of this very one. And they cannot continue dropping points just like that. We'll bring you the games, the last 4 Champions League games, so you see for yourself and you know how bad they've been doing. But every time City has scored first, against Sporting Lisbon, they scored first. Ruben Amorim was there. This is it you have on the screen. The first time they got to score, but every time they scored first, they've lost. Now again, they've not won the game, not the loss. They've not won the game. Now they scored first against Sporting. Victor Gyökeres showed himself. Against Feyenoord, how could you be leading 3-0 and later on the game ended 3-3? And not just that, against Paris Saint-Germain was like a La Masia Kings against himself, and that game ended 4-2 in favor of Luis Enrique. I'm not surprised he got contract new. And then Manchester City game played yesterday. Bellingham last gaps winner means Real Madrid enjoyed a vital 3-2 lead on aggregate before the return leg in Madrid on February 18th. City will have to play out their skins if they are to progress to the later stage. But in other games, Juventus defeated. Oh, did you see that? That's the picture you have. You can see that. It was a smash. Maybe he wanted a volley, but it got on the shin. And then, long story cut, the ball happened to go into the goalpost, and that's just what it is. But, for that injury from Jack Grealish, it's a bad one. But this man, Vinicius Jr., let me even talk about Vinny before I move on. Big players come alive from big moments. We saw that even Rodri was there live, and we show it to you. So you see, Rodri was taking picture of that, that write-off from the fans, and it was out there, and it was a boo to Vinny. You can see that. You have on your screen. Stop crying your heart out. And with a Rodri Ballon d'Or case. And Vinicius Jr. said, after this game, during the game, when I saw this, I got motivated to do more. I was so motivated to do more. And at the end of the day, long story short, he became the man of the match. That's Vinny you have on the screen. This guy is amazing, right? First half was like a stuttering first half for them. But later on, the game changed. But let me quickly tell you, in other games, Juventus defeated PSV. We'll bring you the result of the game played yesterday. 2-1 in Turin, while Borussia Dortmund won 3-0 at Sporting. Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, trashed Brest 3-0. So this side's got it right. We switch focus tonight. Our focus will be going to the back game today to the Premier League for the Merseyside derby between Liverpool and Everton. The match was initially scheduled for December, but the tropical storm forced the fixture to be cancelled. So we'll keep that on that side. And that's for the Champions League. Well, let's say this. It's a very, very big game. And then shout out to Real Madrid from coming from behind to win that very game. Masterclass performance, I must say, for Don Carlo Ancelotti. I should be clapping for him right now because he's done so well. But many thanks for joining us this morning. It was such a beautiful game to say, but I would say Manchester City cannot continue dropping points drastically in big games. Yes, welcome to the show. This is the Sports Republic Show. You know my name is Kizike. Let's start off with the Super Eagles. I just wanted to give you the Champions League highlights so you know. Let's even bring you the result of that one game played yesterday. So when you see the results, then we'll talk about the Super Eagles. This is the result of the games played yesterday. So congratulations to the winning side. I think when I saw the first game, the early kickoff, what's his name? That young man, Dembele. Is he a young man? Yeah, he's on fire. 18 goals in 10 games. I don't know how he's done it. That's a good one to say for Dembele. And then Real Madrid 3-2. Jude Bellingham was there to just seal that very victory, and it came out well. And then Borussia Dortmund 3-0 against Sporting was also a good result for Dortmund away from home. And then Juve 2-1 in that very game. Well, let's talk about Nigeria now. You know what we're going to do on this show, right? So the comments we had, your comments, we'll bring it to you so you see. On this show today, we'll be analyzing some of the comments. People are angry, people they vex. Many people they say, Musa, no, don't bring Musa. Musa is not. See, people they talk and not be say with the character. People they say Musa not good. But I think the NFF at this point is trying to be transparent. They are trying to give us the lead. They're trying to give us the need. They're trying to tell us that we want to do it right this time. But let's talk about FIFA, former FIFA and CAF Technical Director Chief Adeboye Onigbinde has disclosed that the Super Eagles have the natural talent to overcome Rwanda and Zimbabwe in the fast approaching 26 World Cup qualifiers. Nigeria will battle the Amavubi, who are the top of the log in the World Cup qualifying in March. They have Thorsten Splitter, that's the name. His side has 7 points from 4 matches, 3 points ahead of the Super Eagles, who are second from bottom. The Super Eagles will then host Zimbabwe at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium a few days later. But Onigbinde is optimistic that Nigeria would make it to the World Cup. Speaking of reports, Onigbinde stated that Nigeria have the materials to conquer the world if the talent are well harnessed. Who won't harness them? Who won't harness them? That's the word. See, this coach has a short time. Let's never fake it. He has a very short time. His deal is not like a 5-year deal, so he needs to get it right. But Nick went as far as saying it depends on how you look at it. If you're thinking of the quality possessed by Nigeria, what I can call natural talent, and that's true, we're like Brazil. We, Nigeria, see, go to the street of Lagos, Ogun State, Aba, anywhere, just go around. We have players. But it takes a lot to harness these guys to be okay. And let's go with the next one. There's the news about Eric Chelle, our presidential, what's the word, support? Let me call it support. Eric Chelle is in the story now. Good news. I told you yesterday that a lot of our players, many of them who have played for the national team, who they've said, we give you this house, we give you this one. They don't even know where the house is. We're not saying. But there's a news emanating out now. The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, is shopping for an apartment in Abuja for Super Eagles head coach Eric Chelle. Chelle is expected back in Nigeria before the end of the month. The 47-year-old is currently in Europe to meet some of the Super Eagles top stars ahead of the crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Rwanda and Zimbabwe in March. Chelle is expected back in Nigeria before the end of the month, so we are waiting for him to return. He's 47. He's currently in Europe and is doing what he wants to do. But Chelle will live and work in Nigeria. Do you understand? He will live and work in Nigeria, and the NFF prefers a house rather than the gaffer staying in a hotel. But VOP TV Sports gathered You will recall that the Super Eagles' last two foreign coaches, Garnet Raw, Jose Pesero, lived in hotels during their time during the time with the team. So you can imagine how much that was spent. Do you understand? You can imagine how much that was spent at that point. If you're signing a 5-year contract, you sign a 2-year contract, they're going to live for hotel. Now, let money be that one. But this one is different. So I call this one a presidential treat, residential care. Anyone would go. Eric Chelle would be in Nigeria. That's the good news. He will be overseeing our games. So I expect him to basically see more of the MPFL games. On his mobile, at home, cables, satellite, he can see other club side football. But for the fact that he will be in Nigeria, it will be so nice to see him make sure he sees our games and see how our home-based players are faring, our MPFL players are faring, how they are doing. Some of them deserve stats. Some of them deserve score. If you have a mixed team, it's not bad. So I think NFF, I must give them credit. They've done well on this part. They've been able to convince the man to stay in Nigeria because some of them don't like to stay in Nigeria. I think I recall Genetro. If you tell him, he was just basically, I want to go to Germany, I want to be in Germany, and each time he comes back, he stays in his hotel. But this time around, it's a different ball game. We'll have to see Eric Chelle settle in Nigeria. So it won't be far from the games that were played in the MP4. But let's quickly go off that one and tell you another story that's out. You would recall that yesterday we told you about Ahmed Musa. And then everybody said it's on the coach to decide. But it's not about what everyone is saying. It's about what the federation is saying. What is the Nigerian football body saying about that one? Would this be the different ball game where we see the manager, Eric Chelle, do what he wants for himself? But let's tell you about the World Cup qualifiers. NFF has given Eric Chelle the power to rule the team. I hope this will not be a manifesto when they manifest. I hope this one will be a real thing. I hope this one will not be just talk, and behind the scenes something bad is happening. The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, said any decision by the head coach of the senior national team of Nigeria will be final. Eric Chelle on the talk about including Ahmed Musa in the list for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers is solely down to the coach, according to the NFF. Now, moving on. Chelle, in the coming days, will submit the list of players for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. And that's the game, Rwanda and Zimbabwe, in the next month. Now, the coach is expected to be back in Nigeria this week, so it's not so far. It was in the news that the coach is considering handling a call to captain Ahmed Musa. But this one, like speculations. Ahmed Musa currently plays straight at the MPFL side, Canopilas. He hasn't been involved since playing no role at the AFCON. So the part where we heard Ahmed Musa will be called up to the national team is not also, it's not Mew, it's not VOPTVO, it's not also. Speculations, you know what bloggers will do now? Social media will carry it out. So, but you know how they always say in every atom of, now, there's always rumors through the day inside somehow. We don't know. But the NFL have come to debunk that news, saying it's not on us. This coach has the power. This is what we want to hear them say a long time ago. They've come out to say, the man is the coach, carry your power, do everything you want to do with the team. So far, it's a positive one. Now, Ahmed Musa, the last time he was involved in the national team was at the AFCON. He played no part. Musa rejected reports that he has retired. Now, if Ahmed Musa has not retired, in other words, it means that he still wants to play for the national team. Not be me go tell me retire. Not be NFL go tell me retire. It's something you check your body stats and you say, I don't want to play anymore. I need to rest. Musa rejected report that he has retired from the national team, saying he's still available if called up. However, the NFF, though, through one of its shift 10, the same NFF, we get shift 10, God bless all these village team, Nigerian film, we get some kind of shift 10 people inside this thing. Now, they've said that they won't be involved in any decision to include Musa. And will respect the decision of the coach as they want him to be wholly responsible for whatever happens in both games. Can I tell you what happens when you interfere? See, not be only me. If you give person a job, maybe say, you give a job, maybe say, not give a chance, maybe do what you want to do. At the end of the day, when he fails, he ponders that blame on you. It's as simple as that. If you give a job to a man and you want him to do this job, for the fact that you've given him the job, it means you trust him. For the fact that you're saying, yes, I want him to be on this job, it means you trust me. In other words, you need to give me the power, give me the time. I want to roll the team like I should do because this is me being paid for this job. And the shifter went as far as saying no one at the NFF will have a say, but the list of the coaches will be scrutinized by the technical department. The list by the coach, better word, will be scrutinized by the technical department being led by Augustine Iguavo. So let me tell you, so you people will know. This, see, this first list we won't come out so. We had 31. Later on, we'll be shut into 23. The list will be scrutinized by the technical committee. I don't know how I don't know what they want to scrutinize. Me, I don't know. I don't know what they want to, I don't know. It's not me. But I don't know how they want to do it, to look at the team. And I don't know. I don't know. The coach will be the one to bring the list and the technical committee. So I don't know how long this will be. I don't know if it's been done that way before. I don't know. But last I checked, for national teams, the coach has the power. I keep saying this. People need to understand. There are coaches and there are coach. Now we have managers and we have managers who demand management. The man needs the power. He needs the authority to command that team. So they are now saying, if he wants Ahmed Musa, good for him. But last Eric Chelle told us he's interested in some of the CHAN players. Musa was not part of the CHAN squad. But the question I'm even asking, let's not disrespect to Musa on this part. Do we need Musa in our team is one question. Secondly, do we need him now? Why I'm using the word now, it means that because at the World Cup scene or scenario, during the World Cup, truth be told, if Musa is included in that team, I might not feel too bad. I might not, knowing that he's got 100 cap, he's got big appearances at the World Cup. We can't forget what he did against Argentina. But one thing that we'll be needing in that team is the leadership quality. Maybe at that point, I'm just saying, if you just squeeze on side. No understand, no disrespect. But why am I saying this? We did see that at the Euros, where, was it at the World Cup 2006, we saw what happened in the Egyptian side, for the Italians. Totti was not supposed to be in that squad. He went on, finally came out, and he got on it. Cannavaro, we saw the story. Christian Vieri was no need to go, and he never won the World Cup. So in World Cup scenarios, we need to have leaders. So Ahmed Musa is one of our leaders. As far as he's not retired, if they include him at the World Cup positioning time, maybe no problem. But for now, he's not doing bad though. Don't get me wrong, he's not doing bad. But for now, let us, that's the word, let us allow the coach do what he needs to do with the right set of players. Give the players that you want a start. Get the right call. Bring in the right people at the right time. Talk to these boys. Let them understand the mentality. Instill this in them. Make I even talk. I see Chelsea, Abi. See, managers' instillment works very well in football. Are you seeing Chelsea? Enzo Maresca came out in the beginning of the season and said, we are not entitled to raise. That word is small, but it's saying a whole lot of message. If you know, you know. Chelsea right now, they are struggling. Jackson came out the other time. They asked Jackson to say, what's going on in the Premier League? He said, I don't even know what's going on about the table. So in their head, they are currently out of the FA Cup, no Carabao Cup, so they have the Conference League and the top 4 fight because they cannot win the Premier League. So it's about the mentality that the coach will instill on these guys. What am I saying? Eric Chelle has a job to do with these boys. It's not just about his job now. It's not about saving the job. Because if he loses the World Cup qualifier and Nigeria does not make it to the World Cup, nobody should blame him. I've told you who to blame. Blame NFL. Because not be now they are our mate, they get coached. Not be now. But regardless, it's not time to point the blame on anybody. Let's make sure we are at the World Cup. So Eric Chelle, what he's done oftentimes or recently is not wrong for the fact that he said some words to some players. I don't know how far he has gone, but he returns back this week to Nigeria to oversee, he will see his house. May they give him, NFL may not give him a fine house. Oh. Give him a house, give him a nice apartment. Nobody say, give him a house. Nobody say if you give him, if you don't play one match, come back, you go rest where, go think of what I want to do tomorrow. That's what we want. Not manifest when I go manifest. Not be able to say we'll give him an apartment. Because right now they are scouting for a house for him in Abuja. So kudos to the NFL for that very one. I believe hopefully when he returns, he gets to see himself in a very nice apartment. But on this note, quickly, let's go. Let's get some of the analysis. Let's analyze this one. Let's quickly bring you some of the comments that we had. Keep your comments coming as well. Let's bring you some of these comments. Just each. So you see for yourself. All right, let's go with this one. The first one I have is this. Someone is saying, Musa, he's a legend of the game. However, he's past his time in the Super Eagles. He now said, Musa, he can't put comma for there because the S factor. Also, let's address this thing about integrating home-based players. I will just pose a few questions. Okay, let me see more on this very one about this comment. This one says, Kelvin Akpokuma, I presume that's what he was trying to say, should be given second chance presently. He's the captain of his team. We see what he's doing in Germany. Such players, what ruled him out was injury. I know if you can't get injury, come on, they don't call you back again. And this one, okay, that's like the question of that man. He said, in the current Super Eagles team, there are more foreign bonds to tell you the quality they bring to the team. For the homegrowns, ask yourself how many of them came through the MPFL. Osime, Chukwueze, Bruno Yemeche, Moses Simon Seydou Sanusi. We go there here. Okay, we go there here. Okay, with that picture and that emoji. What else do I have there? Okay, this guy's okay. This is a complete one. His name is Biola Aziz. Okay, he said, "Why on earth are we still talking about Ahmed Musa? He's a legend of the game. However, he's past his time in the Super Eagles." And also, he went as far as saying, okay, the home-based question. That's a question. Number one, he said, how are the MPFL teams performing in CAF competitions, competitive tournaments? That's one. And number two, why is an average academy player in Nigeria more likely to move abroad than an average MPFL player? Do you see that? That's a MPFL player. That's a question, though. Okay, let me go with number one. He said, the comments back, please. Let's go back to that number one question. He said, how are the MPFL teams performing in CAF competitive tournaments? This one is a very huge question, I must say. Why am I saying this? Inba and Anelisa will say they go. Inba will go, come out. How many times? See, let's even be realistic. We need to structuralize all these things. We need a structure. And the second question is also very important. He said, why is an average academy player in Nigeria, at least average, more likely to move abroad than an average MPFL player? Why? Okay, let's go, Mo. Let's go. I think I've seen this before. Do I have more of those comments? Okay, this one says, Musa can't play football in perpetuity. Players should be invited to the national team on its merits. Invitation of players should not be turned into quota system. Invite the best players so the team can qualify for the competition. Okay, I'm seeing that earlier. And this one says, we don't need distraction at this point. Exactly. If we want to qualify, Musa has done well in the past, but should not be invited. So it's not me, it's not me that's saying it. You are saying, so I say, Musa is not good for the team, please. So is it that Musa is not good at all? Or is it that... Let me even get it clear. Is it that he's not good at all? Or is it that he's not good for now? Or will he be good later? Is it that he's past his prime? What about Ahmed Musa? Should we not even bring him at all to the team? That's a question. Should we let him just go? Like, we don't need Musa at all for our team. That's what. Because people are saying he's past his prime. But Baba never retire now. Captain Ban, if you come back today now, if you want to start, Ekon will come more Captain Gia. He's still the captain of Nigeria national team. But I like what the NFF has done. I must commend them. Because at the end of the day, if they don't come out to say this thing, even me, I go listen at them. Because now one person for inside, because we don't hear that before, say some people for inside NFF get their own slots. But now they've come out to debunk the message to the media and they have said it clear. We are not in charge of this one. Eric Chelle should do what he wants for himself. Do what you want for your team. And that would work for the team. So let's give him all of the time that he deserves and talk about Eric Chelle. Okay, but if you see, I'm going to talk this in. If you have noticed, since they signed this man, our players are now doing well. Have you noticed it? Since he got on the job, our players are now, I don't know, the company said they get one bot where they go press. But yeah, Super Eagles players all over the world start playing well. But let's talk about three midfielders on strong case to be part of the Super Eagles squad. You know, when the players are doing well, they are like a pressure to the coach. Super Eagles head coach Eric Chelle is putting finishing touches to his squad for Nigeria's crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. Now, with Nigeria sitting fifth in the Group C, with just 3 points from 4 matches, the Super Eagles are in a precarious position and must secure victories to keep their qualification hopes alive. Eric Chelle is expected to make some bold selections to revamp the team. According to reports, let's let you know. Let's highlight 3 midfielders currently. I told you about strikers yesterday, but midfielders, maybe tomorrow I'll tell you defenders who are making a strong case for themselves. One man is Joe Aribo, Southampton. Aribo has been absent from the national team setup due to inconsistent performances at the club level, but he has recently found his form for Southampton. Since joining the Saints, the 28-year-old has struggled to establish himself in England. However, he has improved in recent weeks, playing a crucial role in Southampton's push for promotion. Aribo has scored 3 goals in 23 league appearances, and his resurgence makes him a strong candidate for the recall for the Super Eagles midfield. Would you love to see Joe Aribo in the national team? Who will even get for that place? Seydou Sanusi, Frank Onyeka, Rafael Onyedikachi, Wilfred Ndidi, Alex Iwobi, Fisaya Dele Bashiru. This one, you don't finish. So that's why when I heard the County Chukwemeka's talk, when I heard what's his name? County Chukwemeka, I heard Wesley Okechukwu, I said this one will bring depth. They might not be starters. If they happens to be in Nigeria today, they might not be starters, but they will bring depth to the team. So that when the coach goes back and look back at his bench, he has he can make change. Now, number 2, Chrysanthus Uche, Getafe. The Getafe midfielder has been a revolution in La Liga, delivering consistent performances for the Spanish side. Uche's versatility allows him to excel in multiple midfield roles. He can play as a number 8, making him a key asset for Getafe, who are battling to stay clear of relegation. With 2 goals and 2 assists in 23 games, Uche has emerged as one of the Getafe's standout performers. His presence will add strength and dynamism to Nigeria's midfield, making him decisive, making him a deserving player for Eric Chelle. Another man in the team is Ibrahim Olawoyin. That man is a very, very good player. He is no stranger to the Nigerian football, having risen through the ranks of the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) before moving to Europe. The 7-year-old central midfielder has been outstanding for Razorspor in the Turkish Super League. Impressive fans are wanting him to see that he's part. Olawoyin has registered 2 goals and 6 assists in 21 matches. So all of these guys want to be part of the team, but let's wait to know who Eric Chelle will bring to the team. But we're going on a quick break. When we return, the show continues, but I will not leave you just like that. I will leave you with B. Bernard. Shout out to that man, what he was saying about the Champions League game played yesterday. And when we return, the show continues. Don't go anywhere. Keep watching Sports Public Show right here on Voice of the People TV. My name is Kizike. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us, please.
Of Champions League football. What a night. They're not buy you when you just say you're not there entertained. It's not possible. I don't think I've ever any man when they watch match. Your whole life just play. I don't like for you. What a game. First of all, I have to appreciate all of you for checking out on me, checking up on me during the weekend when I was not able to record. I think you know that the only tactics left in that man right now is attacking football, counter attack. And he knows it so well. But it's his style, so we respect it. You understand? Doesn't do much of possession football. Now, he knows that this guy go help us. He go enter Grealish, come bring it for him. They are not even a country. Go get no. Go put Lewis. That Lewis, if I catch up any, I must prep smoke thing for here. Coin that time when our partner give us cool, so then go draw. For people when they go carry shots, you know that ring where we say that rosary ring that time. Mama we are that rosary ring. You go that draw small conch for our head. They go conch like this. You see Mother Mary picture for your head. That kind conch for press. That's a holy conch. You know, now for Naka Ekba. Now Lewis now assist Vinny. Vinny go assist Bellingham. Yeah? But first of all, what they go for Mbappe, he did so well in terms of scoring that goal. Trying to make sure, because most times he's always offside, Mbappe. But he tried to be brilliant enough not to be offside. What a goal! What a position! Please, Agonato, put that picture where Mbappe give a Charlene Temple style. Let's just go to go. What a performance! And also for them, after that, we talked about Brahim Diaz, who came in, scores. He didn't celebrate because Man City was the team that brought him into limelight from their feeders, I guess. He didn't celebrate, but at the end of the day, Jude Bellingham got his goal. Then they're going to do that in Ireland. They do Ireland's government. This man, they do that vibes. When I just come for Ireland, all these posts. Like Kelly doing here now is Ireland. It's now Bellingham. Bellingham scored his third goal, and I could see a lot of comments now. Is that we are the haters that say he's overrated. We are the right. They look on. Look me for here. See me for here. Don't put my cap. In case you see me for outside, maybe you use my buyer. Don't know me quick. Very got to say, hey, if you got your cap, I could not recognize you. See me here. Now what they talking? He's overrated, yes. When you look at games like this, we've seen Man City play Real Madrid for the past few years now, and we see how many times Toni Kroos, Luka Modric dominate the midfield, do so many things that are magical. Jude Bellingham doesn't do that. He's an attacking midfielder. They didn't bring him there to defend, but he has a lot of energy to cover for the other part that is not doing well. That's the thing that's covering him. Then he scores goals, and you're like, oh. Before I move on, please, today is a good day for investors. We have 1, 2 odd, 5 odd in my group, and also 10 odds. The 10 odds is 3 days game. 1 million is showing 3.3 million cash out now. But the 5 odd, we chop them. 2 odd, we chop them. You don't understand? We try our best to give you the winnings. On Sunday, we failed to lose 2 tickets. And people going to they watch match. Your whole life just spoil. I don't like for you. What a game. First of all, I have to appreciate all of you for checking out for the past few years now. And we see how many times Toni Kroos, Luka Modric dominate the midfield, do so many things that are magical. Jude Bellingham doesn't. Give it up for AI. Erling Haaland. What I worry you? 48 Champions League games, 49 Champions League goals. 49 goals in 48 Champions League. Ronaldo and Messi not get that number as at 49 games, 48 games. What I worry you? Shout out to him for getting a brace tonight. He did well, but I feel like if he already got things for still change, you don't understand. But take it or leave it, he delivered 2 goals. Now, I pity Guardiola because if you look at the game, shocking for everybody, they saw Grealish. That's why they shot bench since. What happened? Why did Pep bring him? The reason is because as that full 90 minutes they so, Grealish fit pocket 30 minutes for inside for in pocket, put inside that big leg. If he hold ball. So the tactics of bringing Grealish was that, okay, our defense is not so good. The best way to do it to make sure we reduce the amount of time.
Okay. B. Bernard, we don't hear. We don't hear, bros. We don't hear. Sure? B. Bernard, not the hear what do. That's Big Bernard. He tells you more. He likes to do this all the time, talking about the Champions League and everything, what have you. But let's be realistic. They really call that guy AI. Big Bernard, shout out to you for what you've been doing on this one. And you just saw Big Bernard, and he's just letting you know the champ. It's not, see how they talk about this sweet time, man, they run. Now, Chelsea fan, if your team not do well with the first, let's say, see, and they tell you, who don't find, who don't make up now advert. He said, not as they do here, he said you get by it. Before you go in sort, and you don't already sort, 17 wants to talk, not if you talk anything. So, but about the Champions League gameplay yesterday, I mean, it was great. It was so great for players like Haaland scoring at the Etihad, but against a big side, Real Madrid. So great to talk about. He knows for himself that's a very, very big one. But let's go back to our news and give you some of this update while we are waiting for Nigeria to know who and who will be in that list. Is there anybody you don't want to see in that list? Let's even talk about it. Is there anybody you don't want to see in the list? Let's see. Is there anybody you don't want to see in the list? Who is that hidden player? They said we have, what's the word? They have guys who are born in the UK, but within all of these players, Kani, Chukwemeka, what's the name? Murphy, Leslie Ugochukwu, these 3 people, who is the hidden player? Is there any of them that we'll see in that list at the end of the day? Time will tell. But let's talk about other team. Morocco 2025 is really coming up. That's for the AFCON December 21. It starts. Let's talk about the Tunisia Football Federation. Tunisia Football Federation, TFF, has announced the appointment of Sami Trabelsi, if you know him as a player, during his playing time, as their new head coach for the Carthage Eagles. Trabelsi previously coached the former African champion between 2011 and 2013. The former defender takes the place of Fauzi Benzati, who was sacked last October after less than 5 months in charge of the team. Kash Jacobi served as interim coach following Benzati's dismissal. And also Hamadi Dalso or Hamazidao, some like to call him, have been confirmed as one of the national team assistant coaches. The TFF are also looking to add Mohamed Saleh to their coaching crew. Tunisia will face Nigeria, Uganda, and Tanzania in the Group C at the AFCON 2025. Why am I telling you this thing? Are you concerned? Oh? Tunisia, not concerned. See, Tunisia will play Nigeria, right? Tunisia will play Nigeria. But because they want to play Nigeria, they know that they are playing against a strong side. And I must tell you the truth. If Nigeria knows what's good for them, I talk like I'm not a Nigeria person now. I say, you don't even know where I come from. If I say Nigeria, it sounds like I'm taking it off from sports. If the Super Eagles knows what's good for them, they need to work hard. They need to understand that every team is really preparing well for themselves. They need to come out strong. Because when you look at the Group C now, you see Tanzania, you see a small team than B. You see Uganda, you see a small team than B. I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. For African teams, anytime they get a draw, they celebrate it like a Christmas day. They like draw. So this is how we talk about our coach. Our coach, like this, our coach. I like the fact that they want to give him the opportunity to do what he wants for himself. Because now, the way it be, if they not give Eric Chelle, say, chance, do it like this, do it like this, he will blame you. Who give him a job? He's going to put the blame on who it's due. But let's even be factual. Let's be realistic. At the end of the day, if Nigeria not go World Cup, more even talking, who will go blame? Because I think I've noticed that a lot of analysts, a lot of presenters, even guests, when you tell them, they say, we might not make it to the World Cup. Nigeria will go to World Cup. We might not go. They keep saying a lot of things. But who will go blame? Put the blame on someone. That's just what it is. So we need to start preparing our mind that we might not go to the World Cup. See, that's like hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. I'm not saying we will not go. Don't say I said, though. Because tomorrow now we can't go World Cup. I can't go to the drag and say, Kizike talks, we will not go. I'm not talking. But if we not going to go World Cup, who will go blame? Do you realize that we should have had a coach since? How many months a person don't come out? Person will come out, we look. Now if you need, you will see as Messiah, we cannot come. And now they make us they know some people will not know before. When I know Bruno Labbadia, right? I know his coaching stints in the German side, but I knew him more of a player. He's never coached the countryside. See them. See Traversi, I see our screen. They don't bring Traversi come now. They're ready for not only Nigeria, but let me even tell you, all these African teams, whenever they find themselves in groups, they go check where we say who is the main coach, who is the main team that is scared to be played. Do you know what I'm saying? It's Eric Chelle come out yesterday talking. He tell NFF, say, please, I beg you, men a fine match for me. Give me a friendly match in June. I want to play a South African-alike team. Do you know why? Because he plays South Africa in September. And that's the World Cup qualifier. It's still on. So these two, that's the closest of them, or these two are they close. So if you win them, where these two they get hope. Because when we win those games, trust me now, come on. Kizike, me, my energy will pass the one will be like, you go pass because I go to talk. But Nigeria go lose. Or go draw. I go World Cup. I go dodge. You know when they owe person money, you know that thing? When they owe person money, you know now you go to dodge. You know they. Super Eagles as Nottingham Forest dramatic 4th round victory over Exeter City at St. James Park. Now, the tie ended 2-2 after extra time. But Forest advanced 4-2 on penalties under Nuno Espirito Santo guidance. And when he broke his FA Cup dog in the 4th appearance in the competition. Now, scoring the 37th minute with a powerful left-footed strike from outside the box. Now, Tower one you need to know, impressive outing cut short by injury, and it's a bad one. The former Liverpool youngster was a constant threat throughout the 90th minutes on the pitch. He registered 4 shots on target with 1 effort blocked and completed 70% of his passes, that's 7 over 10. His movement of the ball created key opportunities, including 1 crucial pass leading to a near assist. The 20-year-old also completed his only dribble attempt and contributed defensively, winning 1 ground duel on contesting with 5 aerial duels. Now, however, his night was marred by a concerning injury in extra time. The Nigerian forward suffered a heavy clash of heads, it's called, with extra goalkeeper Joe Wilward in the 103rd minute. Awoniyi was stretched off, prompting fears over his fitness. Then Chris Wood came in and replaced him as Forest pushed on to win that very game. But I must tell you, this goal for Awoniyi, let's say second of the 24-25 season, which is forthcoming in the Premier League win over Wolverhampton. The extent of his injury remains unclear. But Forest and Nigeria fans will be hoping for a swift recovery ahead of the crucial fixtures. Nigeria, my country. This is where we have to go. But I must tell you, Awoniyi's injury will let you know the extent of how far it's gone, and will tell you everything you need to know. Because Taiwo Awoniyi is one of our prolific strikers that we want. Because, see, at Osimhen at number one, let me say I don't like him. I like it, but we want pressure. We've seen it. See, yesterday, Sporting Lisbon, when they were playing, right? Sporting Lisbon game yesterday, they had a player who started. Victor Gyökeres was not available in that game. If you watch that game, he came in the second half. A player started the game, Hada. That's his name, Hada. And Hada was the man in charge of the game. But later on, we want players that can put pressure on the current. I beg, see, Osimhen number one. If I want the other like this, Osimhen will continue number one. But please, let's tell you the games we play today in the Champions League. Please don't miss out. 6:45 will see Club Brugge playing against Atalanta. And later on, 9 p.m. will be Celtic welcoming Bayern Munich. Play comes up tonight. And it will be the final game at the Goodison Park. The Toffees will be saying goodbye to that very pitch. So Everton will play against Liverpool. And I must tell you, Liverpool have won 99 times against Everton. And if they win today, if they get a win today, it makes it 100. Would that be? Time will tell. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I remain your host. My name is Kizzy K on the Sports Public Show. Tomorrow will be a very better time. Don't forget, I'm the only football player without a jersey. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. I'll see you.